Hello and welcome to this video. My name is ActiQ and today I want to talk about Jagex balancing out the legacy mode after it was released on Monday. So the background footage for this video is kind of random and it's just combat clips mainly from the Abyss, and I think I have a Frost Dragon clip as well, but I just want to talk about how the legacy mode is at the moment compared to the EOC mode. So firstly, when the legacy mode was first released to RuneScape, it was really strong and there were two things that were especially overpowered in the game: the Dragonbane bolts and barraging. And on top of that, the legacy mode also had quite high general DPS even without using these two things, and that has now been toned down slightly. So since I don't think that Jagex releases their hotfixes and they will just wait until they have a complete patch notes about the updates and the fixes, I can't really tell you exactly how much the things have been toned down. But overall I feel that the general DPS has been toned down between 10 and 12%, and this is just an approximation from the XP rates that I got from the start of the legacy mode to the XP rates that I get at the moment. And from this Frost Dragon clip that I was doing in the EOC mode, you can already see that I do kill the Frost Dragons faster with the EOC mode. And that's because I used Revolution, but I also used thresholds and occasional manual abilities. So it's like I kill them faster because I have much more control of what my character is doing when I kill the Frost Dragons. And since with the EOC mode I can use the ability bar and I can put my winter storage into my ability bar, it's just much more relaxing and calm to do the Frost Dragons with the EOC mode at the moment, at least for me. So at least at the Frost Dragons I wouldn't use the legacy mode, since the DPS is lacking and it's annoying to always click the summoning icon when you want to use your winter storage ability. I also think that the Dragonbane bolts have been nerfed more than the general DPS for the legacy mode, because of course I was on the Slayer task, but I was using the Dragonbane bolts on Steel Dragons on the release of Legacy, and I was hitting 460 max hits with my dual ascension crossbows, and now when I tested legacy mode at the Frost Dragons I was hitting like 280s, so it definitely must be toned down a bit more than the general DPS of the legacy mode. I also did some tests at the Water Fiends, and when the legacy was first released I got about 300 Crimson Charms per hour at the Water Fiends, and now when I went to the Water Fiends I got about 270 Crimson Charms in 1 hour, so you can use this to approximate that the DPS of the legacy mode was toned down about 10% or so, I mean the general DPS, since I'm getting 10% less charms and I never pick up any loot when I go to Water Fiends just for the charms. And to compare this to the EOC mode, I also got more Crimson Charms per hour when I was using the EOC mode, so I was using my Revolution with some thresholds and stuff like that, and I got like 310, maybe 315 Crimson Charms per hour, which is totally enough for me to care about using the EOC mode over the legacy mode. But out of the top of my head I can think of two quick things that need changing in the legacy mode currently and in the whole game currently that are still kind of taking away from the previous RuneScape 3 before legacy mode. So the first is obviously killing the abyssal creatures in the abyss. So even with the current changes to legacy mode and with decreasing of DPS, you can still gain about 650k total XP per hour when you are killing the abyssal monsters using your Armadillo Battle Staff and unlimited air runes with Armadillo Battle Staff. And prior to legacy mode update it was about 460k total XP per hour with the EOC mode, and now if you come here with the EOC mode it's pretty much the same still. So the legacy mode is more overpowered with barraging than the EOC mode, and I do think that the XP rate should be identical so that people are not forced to coming back to these old style interfaces just for the significantly increased XP rates. The other thing that's kind of not working properly at the moment is warbands with the multi-PKing system, because the multi-PKing areas at the warbands camps are so small that there is no space for 200 versus 200 PvP, that there is generally, every time I go to warbands nowadays, there is some kind of PvP against the warbands group syndicate and the SAPK people. So prior to the legacy mode update, it was really easy to organize these 200 versus 200 epic battles. But now it's not really possible because the areas of the multi-way combat are so small that it's kind of annoying, because you're gonna have to fight somebody one-on-one in a big fight rather than piling the people that have the best gear. So I hope that we can get some kind of a resolution to this problem, because I do understand why people like the old style of multi-way areas, but I think it's taking a lot away from the EOC PvP at the moment. So I think that there should be some kind of a fix to this. Maybe they should make the multi-way stands in all the normal worlds, but leave the legacy worlds with the multi-way areas or something like that. I don't exactly know how they should fix it, but I do think that at the moment it's kind of annoying to do the mass PvP fights that we have been doing for the past 6 months. But I think that's it for this video, so I hope you have enjoyed the video, and if you like it, you can leave it a like and subscribe to my channel. You can also leave some comments on regards of this topic, but other than that, I thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video.